Hello.
Hello. Hi,
Very,
Priyanka.
very good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for asking.
I'm good too, feeling very energetic and just took a short nap and now I'm having session with you. So I'm so excited
Okay.
and thanks for being here and accepting my invitation.
It's such a joy to accept your invitation and talk to you. I'm so happy too.
All right, ma'am. So as it is
All
our
right.
first interaction, can you give your brief intro to my audience and for to me as well so that we can
Okay.
dive into the session?
Yeah, definitely. All right. A short introduction. My name is Rebecca Williams, and to just start off, I would say that my qualifications. I have a master degree in English literature, and my specialization is in American literature. So as soon as I finished my degree and all of that stuff, I was working as an English professor in a college. Later on, I got married and I got to travel to a few countries with my husband as he was, his
Mm-hmm.
job took him everywhere. So I stopped working and I followed my husband. Yeah. Then now I'm back. I'm back in Bangalore. I live in Bangalore. And right now I'm a YouTuber and I also have my own online English academy.
Okay.
And yes. And of course I help people learn to speak in English. I have been a HR, so I help them build resumes, and I also teach them how to attend interviews. Yeah, so I have some interview training sessions too. So this is
Wow.
a short about me. Yeah.
So much, I mean, you have done in your past, and still you are really passionate. So,
Yeah.
thank you for the intro. And am I allowed to share my introduction?
Of course, because I don't know so much about you. Please kindly tell me more about yourself.
Sure, sure. So, thank you very much for allowing me to introduce myself. I'm Priyanka Kushwa, and I'm from MP. At present, I'm living in my hometown,
Uh, Pardon me, MP, you said.
Madhya
Madhya
Pradesh.
Pradesh. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes. And at present, I'm living in my hometown with my family. And
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about my education, so I have recently completed my MBA, and now I'm fully dedicated to my freelancing work because I
Mm-hmm.
see some potential. So I thought, like, why not? Let's give it a try because I don't want to regret in future. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I like to read books, and dancing is also
Mm-hmm.
one of my hobbies. So yeah, that's
Wow.
about me.
Okay, great. You like to dance. So what kind of dance do you, I mean, have you got some training or you just, you know,
No, I
in
mean
your dance?
I like to dance in Bollywood style, and I mean usually
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
it's
okay.
not like a
All right.
professional dancer.
Ah, okay, okay. I thought you took some professional training and you are into some, particular dancing. Okay. So you just generally you love to dance. Okay, awesome. That's great. All right. So, tell me about how, I mean, just like you just started YouTube as a hobby or you are passionate about something, or how did you become a YouTuber?
Okay. I think I become YouTuber. I can say it's something initially I thought of having. I mean, I already had something in my mind that I want to create something or want to build something when I was in schooling. But at that time, I was not able to find the niche, what is something I should
Huh.
create it. Even I was not
Okay.
aware of the YouTube platform that much at that time. But yeah,
Okay.
uh, after completion of my class 12th, I mean, I completed my schooling from Hindi medium and everything. And the very first struggle for me, as I'm about to enter in college at that point of time, so to
Mm.
speak and to work on communication. And I was really
Okay.
bad at, speaking, I would say. My English was
Okay.
completely broken at that time. So that's how I approached some of the people, uh,
Mhm.
learners, I would say. And they became
Okay.
my really good friend, and we used to have a session on a daily basis on different topics. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
built a command over this language. We used to discuss grammar topics and in
Okay.
general life topics. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought of having this type of session on YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
Because there were some other platforms were also like doing at that point of time. So I thought let's
Mm,
give it a try because we are not completely basic learners. So
correct.
approached my friends and she was also like ready. She has her own
Mm.
YouTube channel she runs, and I also run my
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So your friend inspired you and both of you decided to start the channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
And it's
Now, let me tell you how I started YouTube. Can you
yeah,
imagine, as you
I would love to know about your YouTube channel and like you have uploaded so many videos and your audience are also like very supportive, I must say. So what is something your a secret to have a YouTube channel, like how it happens?
Okay. So basically, as I said, I was working as a HR, and what happened then was, I was a client account manager. So you know what is a client account manager? So where you interact with the clients and you get whatever job or whatever they need, and you get your work done and get back to them. So I was the one facing all the clients. I had a team of youngsters. These youngsters were brilliant,
Okay.
highly educated, tech savvy, everything. The only problem they had was English. Okay. So they used to do all the work and finally give it to me, and I used to go and present it. But I am not tech savvy. Okay. And I really didn't have so much, I was not like, I could do everything, but they used to work so hard. And they used to always tell me, ma'am, if only we could talk, we would be we would become client account managers, and only because I could speak, I became a client account manager.
Okay.
Okay, so my communication, English communication was the only thing, because as I told you, I was a professor and I took a long break of about 18 to 19 years. I was not working. I was a homemaker with my children. But then when I went back to work, the only thing, okay, first was God's grace, I got a job. But the next thing was my qualification was my communication in English. That was it. As I said, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know much about, computers and all of that stuff. But then they said, ma'am, teach us. So what we used to do during lunch breaks or any, when we had some free time, I would train these youngsters to speak in English.
Okay.
So what happened after that? I decided that I was had to be at home with my kids. So then I decided to quit my job. So then
Sure.
what happened, ma'am? Now who's going to teach us how? What are we going to do? So that's when I thought of YouTube. So I said, not only my those my team, but I could help a lot of other youngsters learn this language. So that is why I started YouTube. And the support is, I see it's not only the support, the thing is there's so much of need, there's so much of requirements, the youngsters want to learn. And I thought of helping these people out, and I chose Tamil because I'm a Tamilian.
Okay.
Okay, and yes, I'm a Tamilian. I am from Bangalore actually, but I basically, that is my mother tongue, that is my native language. So I started to help those people. So that is why my YouTube channel is Tamil and English. So that's
Okay.
my
Okay.
YouTube till now.
Phenomenal. So it is
Yeah,
something.
and my passion is to teach. As I told you, I was a professor. No, I love to teach English. Till now, I would just love to teach. I just love to teach people. So that's how. And after that, when I started uploading videos, people started asking me, ma'am, why don't you take classes? So then
Oh.
I thought, and I started my online academy. So one thing led to another. So that's how this thing
So it's
started.
not
Yeah.
planned, right? I mean, you were just
No.
going with the flow and
Yes.
you're enjoying as well. So that
Yes. Yes.
excites me the most. And even I've completed my MBA, I mean, many of my relatives, even my family also said that, okay, if you want, you can start your corporate life now. But at
Mm,
least, there is, I don't know, I have given so many interviews and I got selected as well. I got the offer letter. But
mm,
before joining, I always, think that no, it's not something. Let me try. Let me use my potential to the fullest, and then I can do it a job if it
mm,
will
mm,
not
mm,
work out. So this is my
mm.
decision at the moment, and let's see. I don't know what will happen in the future, but for now, it's
Yeah.
straight.
Yes, I think you have a wonderful YouTube channel. I was also going through all of your videos. you're so passionate. And every day, or I don't know if it's every day, but speaking to new people every day, I think is just I
Ab-
think it's an awesome experience. You don't know who you're going to meet. And when you talk to them, it's so exciting to find out about their lives and, just have a chat with them. I think it's beautiful. Yes. So
yes.
I'm also thinking of, uploading some conversations too. So that's when I started to talk to people because I think listening to real life conversations is
Mhm.
very, very essential. Yeah.
Ab-
See, when
ab-
we go and read books or we listen to, something on YouTube or watch movies, that is different. But real life conversation, to go with the flow, that's what we've got to learn. So these conversations are
And
very helpful.
yeah, nowadays people are like really, coming in front of camera. Even
Yeah.
co-learners, beginners, they are like
Yeah.
really craze, I would say, are on craze that they should, and they're speaking and they're trying their level best. Yesterday, I had a conversation with two people. They both are from like UP, and one she is a personal coach. I mean, sorry, business coach. She is working as a
Uh-huh.
business, and now she started her YouTube channel, and she was just asking that, okay, what is something I should keep in mind as a YouTuber, something like that. And the second person is from Mumbai. His origin is from
Mm-hmm.
UP. So he also said that, okay, I have a YouTube channel recently started. So, like, oh, I am really happy that people are coming on camera and they want to face
Mm-hmm.
their, you can say, something they are struggling with.
Yes. Yeah. Now, facing your fear is the first step to learning something. That's what I think.
So,
Yes.
may I
Because
know?
pardon me,
Yeah, yeah, please,
sorry
please.
to interrupt you.
No, no, please carry on, ma'am.
No, I was just saying, but the first step to knowing that we are progressing in something is to face your fears. Once you can face your fears and overcome that, then it just starts happening. I had a fear. I told you I'm not good at tech. So then when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, can you imagine? I thought for so many months, so many years, I was saying, I should do this, I should do this, but I was scared. I don't know how to do, how to upload, how to, make a thumbnail. I don't know all of these things. So I used to hesitate so much. But
Uh,
now I can do everything. So when I can learn, and I learned it from guess who? My son. My son
okay,
was doing all that for me. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And
for each person, it's different. Yeah.
absolutely. So when it comes to YouTube channel, right? I mean, I am also from MBA background. I don't have any tech, background, academics, and anything. Still, I mean, we don't need that much of tech knowledge when it comes to YouTube. We just need to. It's like very simple, right? And of course, your son is helping you, so that's really good. I mean,
Yes.
a
But
person
now he
can.
doesn't help me. Now I do it on my own.
Okay.
He, in the beginning, he helped me, and then he said, "Ma, I think you should learn." So then
Yeah.
I went, I just took that step. And I said, okay, I think I can do this. Then I learned it from my son. And then, I started to explore on my own. And now I can do it. So I said, everyone has fear about something. Like some have fear about speaking in English. I had fear about technology. So we all have
Yes.
to face our fear. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. And I also say, and I think I have shared in many of my videos that I really don't like mathematics. It's something, that bothers me too much. So
Yes,
that's why I
I
did not.
agree with you. Yeah.
So that is, I mean, everyone have their, like weak points. So if we
Mhm.
focus on that, we'll end up doing nothing. So it's better to focus on what is something which we are great at and which we are better at so that we can work on it. And I
Correct.
believe that instead of, you should not try everything, try what you are like, where your calling is. Like, you don't know
Yes,
at least three, four things everyone is like good at. So they should
yes,
experiment in that section only. So I
correct.
would love to know about how did you learn English? Because training people,
Yeah.
you worked as an HR, and
Mm.
you did your English literature in American accent, right?
Yes, yes.
So
American literature.
literature, sorry, yeah. So how did you learn English?
So I have been blessed because I am from Bangalore.
Okay,
And in Bangalore, English is like, it's more like a common language. It's just the, local language. Everyone speaks that. That is one. But my parents, they put me in a school which was an international school which was run by Australians.
Okay.
So I studied in a school like that. So it is from school, and my medium of instruction is English. And
Mhm.
we had the privilege of learning English from Australians. So they were the teachers in our school. Yeah.
Okay,
So
great.
that is,
Amazing.
yeah. So
And
yes. And I want to tell you something, Priyanka. The thing is, my parents, I come from a very, very normal, modest middle class family. We are not affluent. We are not like, but my parents chose that kind of school and that kind of education for us. So I think they gave us something which is beyond words, or beyond something which we can actually measure. Education is something which is the only thing you take with even when you go away from this earth. Everything else you leave behind, but that education is there. You go along with it. So my mom, especially, in those days, I have to tell you this. Nowadays, girls, boys, everyone's treated the same, right? But in those days, why my dad put my brothers in this school, but my sisters and I, we used to go to a normal school which was not from the earth. But my mom decided to take me out of that school and put me in the school on her
wow,
own.
amazing.
Yes. And my mom is not like some highly educated. She was just like, I think she had just finished her schooling and then she got married. So
Okay.
she said, no, even my daughter has to study in this Australian school. And she took me and put me into this school.
Really
So
phenomenal.
yes, and I just, admire her courage, because she had to take a stand for me, because it was boys who were getting that, but she said, no, even she must get it. So that's how I went to the school. Yeah,
Absolutely. And it is really good thing. I mean, because of your mother's decision, your life trajectory has changed completely, right?
absolutely. Yeah, 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 absolutely. And she was so brave. My mom is my inspiration, really. I miss her so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
She's no
see eye
more,
to
but
eye. Sorry?
yeah, I miss her so much. She's no more, but I just do miss her, and I owe, this language and this communication and English, everything to my mom. Because if she had just kept quiet, then I would have just been, just like anyone else. But today, if I could do a master's, and I could do it in American literature, and God also gave me the privilege to go and live in America. So when I went there, all that I had studied came alive. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Absolutely.
yes, studying the literature and then going there and seeing all of those things, I'm like truly blessed. Yes, that's what I can say.
That's really good, ma'am. And I think we have to take bold decision in life. I mean, what our heart really wants. Otherwise, we end up regretting. So it's better to go for your calling. It's better to go for something which excites you the most instead of following the patterns, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nowadays, the youngsters have this freedom, and I'm so happy about it. This is the freedom I've given my children too. But in our days, we didn't have this freedom. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to just go along with whatever we were pushed into. But still, God has been good to us. Yeah. All
Uh,
right.
there is the one thing about it. I mean, I can resonate. Yeah, we have, I mean, as you said, that youngsters have the freedom to choose what to do and what not to do. But as this, I mean, we are, we have so much responsibility as well. Like, we are taking the decision. So,
Right. So you blame nobody.
yeah,
You get to blame no one.
nobody.
Yeah. That's
Even
very
my
true.
father, like, he always, even mother, my parents, my sisters, and I'm the elder one. So, I can say that he never ever, forced me for to take this particular decision. Just to do what you like to do. And he's a teacher by
Ah,
profession, so yeah, I mean his mindset is of course very open-minded, and he always supports me. And he also said that if you want to do a job, go for it. Enter in the corporate world, and if not,
mhm.
give it a try. I mean, as per your wish, I'm not going to force you.
Ah.
And then now I have a responsibility that I have taken a decision now.
To succeed, yes, because you've chosen your path, right?
Yeah. So that is also the
Mm.
thing I want to mention, that we are blessed, but we are also having so much responsibility.
Yeah, yeah, I think you might have heard that saying which says, with great freedom comes great responsibility.
Responsibility. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you have great freedom, and with it, the responsibility will come because you have taken it up. And I'm sure all of you people are going to do so well because all of you are passionate about what you're doing. Sometimes when people make decisions for us and we get into something, but then we are not passionate about it, so we just, it's like drudgery.
Yeah,
Every day becomes drudgery. You just go and do your stuff and get back because you have chosen that path. But if you're passionate, you will enjoy it, and that's most important. And I think that's essential. Yeah.
indeed. And passion is something that's, fuel us like everyday basis. If there is no excitement of work, I don't feel like working. Simply, I just, don't feel to do anything. But if I have okay, this is my freelancing work, and I have been I'm in training also for a while now. And as well as I'm running my YouTube channel for 3+ years. But yeah, it's going pretty well. And what has built over time is network, my
Mhm.
personality, the way I communicate, and there are many things. I mean, there is always room for improvement, I would say, but still I'm keep trying everyday basis. And I feel that do what you like to do, that's it. And life is really small. Have time with
Mm.
parents. That's why I'm working remotely, because
Mm.
I think family is your backbone. No matter,
Mhm.
sometimes family gets harsh on us, it's fine, but uh, it varies, right? And we should
Yes.
always choose our family and our work and enjoy the life.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. And I think you are with your parents still, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So then there's another phase in life when you get married and you have your own family, and that is a different phase in life wherein we do at that moment we might not have that much of time to spend with our parents or
Mhm.
siblings or whatever. But I'm glad that yesterday when you told me, "Mom, I have to go out with my sister," I was really happy to hear that you took that time to go out with your sister and enjoy because these days never return. And you should have no regrets. I'm glad
Yeah.
you did that. And
Okay.
I think you are a very grounded person that you have boundaries. This is for my family time, and this is for my work, and this is when I have my mom or whatever it is. It's really good.
Yeah, and I think this is the like earlier I was not spending time with my family that much, but nowadays I've seen. I mean, I've lost my friend, one of my friend, in accident,
Oh, yeah.
and that time it just triggered me. Oh my God, life is not that. I mean, we should not be that much serious about work and pressure and everything. We should enjoy the life as well, because this time
Correct.
will never come back, as you mentioned. And family plus even little small treats also can make the environment and the family time amazing. So I believe in this
Correct.
at present. I believe in small joys instead of big achievements and everything. And if we work, definitely we'll get that. But once the priority is that we should focus on the present moment, and that's what I'm focusing.
Absolutely. Wow, I mean, you just pulled the words out of my mouth because this is what exactly I was thinking. I should share, but you have said the right thing. Okay, so let's have some fun questions. Okay, tell me which is your favorite expression? Excuse me or sorry?
Excuse me.
Excuse
What
me.
about you?
Okay. Mine is excuse me too. Yes. I
Uh,
always sometimes when we do stuff that this is what comes out instantly. Yes, excuse me, can I do this or whatever. Okay, which is your favorite movie? English movie.
uh, English movie. Actually, I uh, Pursuit of Happiness. That is
Okay.
something. I mean, I watched, and usually I don't watch English movies, but I
Mm-hmm.
listen podcasts and all. But yeah, this is something, and it's one of my favorite because how his father was guiding him throughout the journey, and he was also facing a lot of struggles. So
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Okay. Lovely. All right. Then can you share something which is memorable in your English learning journey?
Okay, so memorable, I would say every day is something very exciting for me. But yeah, like I can tell you the what excites me or what is something like keeps me going when it comes to this particular
Mm-hmm.
question. So
Mm-hmm.
when I interact with people, I mean with anyone,
Mm-hmm.
right? I
Mm-hmm.
feel that okay, this is the time I should. give it my 100%. And I should not only, it's a conversation, and there should be some insights of it. There should be some learnings, because
Yes.
everyone have some capacity, some struggles which they have overcome, and now they are here. So I believe that every meeting, every session, every call I have, that is really good. I mean, that should be wonderful. That should be memorable for me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, if you don't mind, okay. This is if you don't mind. Anything which, like, when you were in your English journey with some blunder, I was like, oh my God, I should have never done that, but you did it. Would you like to share that?
Blunders. I mean, earlier I used to make a lot of blunders when it comes to my initial stage.
Something which like really embarrassed you, said, oh my gosh, shouldn't have done that or shouldn't have said that. Any, funny moment that you cannot forget in your life.
Yeah, actually, it's not that much funny, but yeah, one of my cousin sisters, she was having meeting, okay, with her friends, like a convo group meeting, and she invited me, and I joined,
Okay.
and I was really bad at English at that time, and she told me
Okay.
that you are going to speak in front of
Mm-hmm.
6 to 7 people in Zoom, on Zoom.
Uh-huh.
I was
Uh-huh.
really worried. First of all, I prepared question. I learned. I mug up questions, everything, what I'm going to say.
Okay.
But I make a lot of grammatical errors after watching. Like when I watched that convo and the group
Mm-hmm.
session, I was like, what I did. It's so
Well, you were
embarrassing. I
felt
mean, how
embarrassed.
I didn't join that group. So far, I mean, I didn't join.
Yeah, I mean, and now when you think about it, it's like it's funny, but at
It's
that moment you feel so nervous and you're like, oh, I sometimes, you just wish, oh my, let the earth swallow me. I don't want to face anyone. This happens to everyone. So I tell all of my English students and English learners, you are not the only person facing this.
yeah.
Everyone faces it. Can you imagine after all the English and after all of that, when I went to US, I could not understand what they were talking. And then I
Okay.
was like, oh my goodness, I'm here in this country and I'm supposed to know English and all of that, but I couldn't understand because of their accent. So it's
Accent.
not only the English learners or the, basic, whoever you are, somewhere in life, there's things that you will not understand. Sometimes you will be embarrassed, but the only thing that will get anyone moving forward is to just shun it. Just leave it. Don't even have to worry about it. You just tap it off your shoulder and go forward. But if we hold on to that and then the fear grips us, that's when we stop learning.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. And I think
Yes.
when you are learning, and I read this, that when you are learning and when you're experimenting your ideas, just become shameless. Don't worry about the people. Just avoid. I mean, don't think about that what they are going to think about me. Otherwise, if you seek for the validation, you will end up doing nothing.
Yes. No one is going to clap for you until you become number one.
Absolutely.
No one is going to clap for anyone. If number one, everyone will clap. If you go to number two, also they stop. So the only person who can encourage you is you. You can encourage yourself.
So at
Other than
times,
that, really.
yeah. At times it happens, right? Even though like I've been practicing, and still I feel sometimes that I'm lacking somewhere or the other. I'm not giving my 100%. So do you feel the same?
Yes, there is scope for improvement. Even now, when I watch some English content which is advanced, then I say, oh my gosh, there's still so much to learn. And I think till the last day of our lives, we will keep improving. We must keep improving, and we will find new things to learn. So,
Okay.
as I said, one of my favorite, I would like to share that my favorite movie is Mission Impossible. Okay, so
Mission
I
Impossible.
watch all of those. Yeah, he has so many, and so when I watch that, they have advanced English. Sometimes I might just miss something. When I go back, I just watch it. So it is a learning process even for me. Even now, I still work at my English. It's not that I just give up and say, okay, I'm now fine, I don't have to do anything. We can still learn so many things. So one thing I would like to just share for the English learners is the one key, just one key. If you do this, you will become an English pro. And guess what it is? It is
Oh, for
nothing
sure.
concerned with English. Nothing concerned with English. It is consistency.
Okay. Yeah.
It is
Amazing.
not concerned with English at all. But the consistency that every day, Every day I am going to show up for myself. Every day I am going to improve. Maybe I will do it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but I have to be consistent at whatever I'm doing. Either listening to something, or reading a book, or speaking in English, or practicing, whatever. But do it every day.
Okay, and definitely
That's
consistency beats everything. I mean, I would say, and consistency is only thing that keeps me going. And though many a times we feel down, but again, the same energy, the same refreshment. I can say we have to go. Otherwise, this much far we already come, so we should not go back. We should go more. Uh,
yes, because when you stop, then you start falling back.
Absolutely.
If you stop, you just start falling back. If you start again, you will go ahead. So if you stop, your progress stops. If you continue, you will keep progressing. So that is one thing, in my English Academy, when the new students join, I will tell them, today after my class, I want you to take a sheet of paper and write on it.
Uh,
Be confident, be consistent. Okay? They're supposed to stick it on their laptop or wherever they can see it every day.
mhm.
Another one is get out of your comfort zone and get into your effort zone.
Effort zone. Wow.
Yeah. Get out of your comfort zone, get into your effort zone. Because everyone wants to be in their comfort zone. And English is, if you don't know English, that means, I don't want to do anything because I am getting out of my comfort zone. So I will tell them after some days, they say, ma'am, do you think we should listen to so much of English content? I said, yes, get out of your comfort zone into your effort zone. That's when you will progress. So this is one thing I would just like to share with all the English learners or whoever they are listening to us today talk about English. So get out of your comfort zone. That's when you will grow in
Yes.
anything. Yeah. So,
So, I mean, you have been in like profession. I mean, as an HR, English is still your English trainer, and you are living in Bangalore. What is
yes.
something your biggest achievement so far, and what is something like you think that okay, this is something it's my right calling, or it is something I'm made for.
Yes, I told you, I love to teach. My passion is to help others learn English. And let me tell you why. My greatest achievement, I feel it every time one student passes out of my academy. I feel that's my greatest achievement because when they come to me, they are just like little children. They are so scared. But when they leave my academy and they go out confident. They are ready to go in for the next level of whatever. So I had a journalist who was working in a Tamil newspaper. Okay.
Uh,
So he came and he wanted to go and join an English newspaper. And today he is doing so well. When I look at him, I'm so proud. So that is every time I see new students coming in. And as English educators or trainers, and I think teaching profession is the only profession which is very brave. Guess why? Because when we as teachers teach our students and we see them going ahead of us, even ahead of us, we are proud. We are never scared. All other professions, if you see one person going ahead of you in corporate life, they will
yeah.
just drag you down.
Thank
But
you.
when we as teachers see our students growing, we push them up. We say, yes, 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 go ahead, go ahead. So I think being a teacher is the most humble, of course, and most courageous, career you can have because you just have so much great elation and joy when you see your students, going
Yeah.
out as achievers. So every time I see that, I feel I've achieved something here. And I
Yeah.
think I've impacted their lives. It's not only English, because English is a global language. And with English, you can do.
Connected at that. So sorry for this inconvenience.
No, 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 no. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It happens to me too. I was expecting yesterday, this is what was happening. So I didn't want to have the conversation. If it goes on and off, it's not very, interesting. All right. So tell me, what is your greatest achievement? What are you, you know, happy to showcase or feel proud about?
If I talk about the greatest achievement, so
Mm,
uh, I can say that as I already shared, that I like to have like time with my family, and I think this is something if I'm having, and I feel so great in the evening, morning, talking with my parents, especially gossiping with my mother, father, and it's just amazing. I don't feel, the need of big achievements, though it is definitely need for the survival, and I'm working on
mm,
it, what I like. but that, that keeps me going. These are the little joys, and I always want to attach. I mean, I always want to be attached with my roots for a long time. I
Mhm.
mean, forever, I would say,
Oh,
not for the long time.
yeah. I think we can never be separated from that. And I think that is our comfort place. Wherever in the world you go, you feel, I want to go back home. That's what I have felt. I just traveled to a few countries. I went to the US, I went to Canada, I went to Singapore. Everything was good. But at the end of the when I used to put my head down on my pillow, I would say, like, I want to go home. I want to go back. I want to go back. It's very true. So staying grounded with our roots is the most I
Yeah,
think
and
satisfying thing.
yeah, I mean, giving all the like deserving things to my parents. I mean, what all materialistic things I can give to them, definitely. I mean, I want to travel with them. I want to spend time more, in different places, and that's definitely going to be happen. I'm very sure about it. And yeah, that's all. I mean, this is something.
I like it. I like to hear that. Such a great ambition, such a great dream that you have to be with your parents and give them all that. It's a great blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. And well, our session will disconnect at any time because of the time
Yes. Yes.
conversation. So, at last, I want to say thank you very much for sharing your insights. It is such an inspiring session, and you have been in many professions. Still, you are so grounded. I mean, I can't tell you like how much happy I am after having session with you. It's such a great opportunity for me, and definitely, I would like to collaborate with you in future for your channel and. Definitely. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'd like to talk to you again. And once again, we will have, after a few months or whatever, we should talk, we should catch up again. We'll do that
Yeah.
again. Thank you so much for having me on your show. And God bless you. May all your dreams come true.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye.